Hi guys, it's Aaron Intende and today we're going to talk about DV lottery. The message today is specifically going to the new selectees. What do you have to do? What are the kinds of documents do you have to look at and how to get this kind of documents? New selectees, we are here, we have been selected for DV lottery 2025, 2026, 2027 and the coming ones. Remember, currently we are in 2025. So the new selectees are DV 2026 and the current year we are going on DV 2025. So this message will go to the DV 2026 to. So right now I'm gonna take you into my video and I'm gonna answer a few questions. For example, some of the DV 2026, the coming DV lottery, that is 2026. Some people have asked, Aaron, does the job of security guard require at least 2 work training experience? I think this one is feeling a DS260 and is asking himself, yes, the job, security job, if you have been doing security job in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, yes, that job requires 2 years of experience. So when you're feeling a DS260, you have to include that the job you're doing requires 2 years of experience or 2 years of training. For example, you can say from 2020 to 2022, that is training years, even if your certificate is renewed every year. So somebody else asked, they asked something about the DS260, about the education. If you're feeling your DS260 about the education, first of all, there is one box which asks for how many levels of education are you putting. Always put 3. Even if you have a degree above, if you have above a high school diploma, for example, for Ugandan level, if you have above senior 6 and you went to university, you did a degree, so you can put 4. If you have a master's, you can even put 5. But for this example, I'm gonna give for those who did their high school diploma, that is senior 6, just put 3 levels of education. Why is it important to put these 3 levels of education? Because you wanna show that you studied primary, you studied secondary, and you studied secondary, advanced secondary education. That is for the Ugandan levels of education. We have 3 levels of education, which goes up to high school diploma level. That is primary, then secondary, that is ordinary secondary level, then there is advanced secondary level. So you have to include these 3 because they need the advanced secondary education. If you don't have it, you need to have work experience, which needs 2 years of experience or training and more experience in that field. So let's go on. Somebody asked me if I'm a nurse, registered nurse. Yes, a nurse goes through training. If you're a nurse and you don't do your senior 4, you can qualify to get a DV lottery green card visa at Nairobi embassy or other embassies. If you don't have senior 4 and you went to nurse, you went to education, like you went to become a teacher, you went to do something which they will give you training. Then after getting training, you also become certified. You get a certificate, for example, teaching certificate, for example, nursing certificate. When you come to America, they will change your academics points which you did in that field, and it will qualify you for a high school diploma. Hope I'm clear with that. This is in particular Uganda. Other countries I don't know, but it will be similar to you. But when you're going for interviews, please go and defend yourself. Don't just sit there and listen. Talk. You have experience in nursing, in teaching. Talk. You took more than 2 years of training, studies. Talk for yourself. Advocate for yourself. So without no more further ado, I will go direct to other questions. Or what are the kinds of documents you guys need? So when we look at the DV lottery, when you go to DV lottery, when you go to DV lottery, electronic diversity visa program, I wanna give you the kinds of documents for DV lottery. Documents needed for DV lottery. What do you think? So, you guys, I wanna ask you to always refer to this. Always refer to this website. This is travel.state.gov, USA Department. This is USA Visa, and here we have DV Diversity Visa Program. These are the all steps which you need to go through. Some of you don't know these steps, and here we have first step, which talks about applying. Second step, being selected. After being selected, you go to, if you have been selected, what do you need to do? Find out, use your confirmation code, find out if you have been selected. Then confirm your qualifications. With this page, they will ask you, how do you know that you qualify? However much you have been selected, how do you know that you qualify? So they are giving information on high school diploma and on the work experience. So you have to refer to this kind of instructions to see if you qualify, if the kind of job you have qualifies. Then here they talk about submitting an alien visa. They talk about submitting your immigrant visa and alien registration application. That is the DS260, which we have here. DS260. So let me first go through this, then I'll bring you back to the DS260 and the supporting documents. Then they ask you after the interview, then application for interview, then prepare, then interview, then prepare a supporting document going to America, I believe. Okay, this is 6. This is from here, step 5, submitting your DS260. You go to supporting document, then from supporting document is interview, then prepare for interview, then applicant interview, and after the interview. Let me first tell you this before giving you information about the documents and about the DS260. So here you submitted, you went through selection, you are selected, you call it this year, you checked your qualifications, then you submitted your DS260. Here is preparing your supporting documents. So when you're preparing your supporting document, what do you need? We're going to talk about that one in this video, and we're gonna talk about the DS260 in this video. Then what next? After DS260 and preparing document, you will have your interview. And when will that be? Then how to prepare for your interview and how the interview will be. Then after the interview, when you have been given the visa, what next? Or if you have been denied, what next? Or if you have been put on administrative support, like they need more information from you, what next, guys? This is the video. It's gonna be a long video. Probably we're gonna have it in 2 phases because many people have been asking me, how do I feel a DS260? What do I need after filling the DS260? And when is my interview gonna be? So let me take you right into the DS260. So I'm gonna take you into the DS260 and I'm gonna tell you what kind of questions you're gonna be finding in the DS260. Okay. Uh, in the DS260, this is what we have. In the DS260, we have personal address and phone information. So they will ask you, what is your names? Here they're asking full name in native language. Other used names. When they ask you full names in native language, so they ask you other names. Full names, you put your full names in your native language. Then other used names, you put them. If you don't have, don't put them. For example, uh, your Ndaula, Christopher, Chivumbi, you put them, everything, you know your name. Your sex, you're female or male. Your marital status, you're single or you're married. If you put married, they know they will provide you another photo where you're gonna be putting your husband or spouse information or your wife's information. So they'll put current status, you're single or married, then date of birth. Check your information. City of birth, please refer to your birth certificate, your passport, and your academic documents, guys, because this is what you're gonna be needing. Then city. Some of you ask me place of birth and city of birth. Just relate to your information. It doesn't matter if you put the same place of birth, it's the same city, province, whatever, they don't mind because you're outside America. And in some parts of America, they don't even have cities. Cities like the capital city. You have villages and you have district and others. So after this, you have to put your country or region of birth. Then country of origin. Country of origin can be the same country of birth, no problem. Then type of document, passport or ID. Then document, ID. So guys, I'm taking you through how a DS260 looks like and which kind of information they need from you. So when they ask for ID, They will ask you for ID. They will ask you for ID type. Then they will ask, for example, passport. They will ask where was it issued, your country, date of issue, and expiry date. Then they will ask you, do you hold any other nationality rather than the one indicated above? Then they will go forward to ask you about the present address where you are. If you're in Qatar, you will go ahead, put I'm in Qatar. It doesn't mean that's why they will give you an interview. There is a provision where they're asking, where do you want the interview to be? Do you want it to be in Kenya or you want it to be in Qatar? So you have to choose. Then again, address, city, state, postal code, and zip code. It doesn't matter. If your country doesn't have it, don't put it. You can put 000. Doesn't matter. It's no, they're not gonna deny your visa because of that. But you can go to Google, check what is the zip code for wherever you are. Then they will ask you from which date to which date. Have you lived here? Have you lived anywhere rather than this address? If you're in Qatar, go ahead, put yes. Then you put your country. Yeah, the before addresses where you have been living. That is in your motherland, in Nigeria, Ghana, wherever, Uganda. So guys, just give me a minute. I don't want to show information for this person. That's why I'm trying my best. So here they're gonna ask the addresses where you have ever lived before your present address. Then they will ask you what's your primary phone number, secondary, and work. I always ask you guys, put your primary number. If you only have one, just put only same number, put it in all these numbers, because sometimes it won't go to the next provision until you fill up. Then other numbers used, you don't have no problem. Put your email address, put other email addresses used, but focus on one email address. Other email addresses you ever use, don't put. Then your social media ID. They can ask you what is the social media you guys have. Then you have to mention Facebook, TikTok, whatever. But I don't necessarily mean you have to put it. Just put any one of it, which won't make you problems, man. But they will look into your social media. That one is true. They can look into it. But I know you don't have any wrongdoings on your social media, like you're abusing the United States or you have any illegal activities. Please. Then they will ask you, is your mailing address the same address as the present one? That is where you are, because they believe in mails. Here they believe in mails like PO box. So you have to put it. So after that, they're gonna ask you permanent address, name of person currently living at this address in USA. That's where you need a host. A host comes in at that level of DS260. That's when you need the host. You need to ask information from your host, where they ask you they will ask you what's the name of the person you know there in the USA, what is his address, and what is his phone number. Yeah. Then after, let me take you into other information. They're gonna ask you other information like your father's information, your mother's information, and let me go into it here so we can look at that. But guys, remember to always refer to your information in your passport, information in your academic documents. Always refer to such information. Don't just fill out from your head, because you might forget something which might cause you problems to be denied even a visa. For example, some of you don't have idea about so what I'm trying to tell you guys, don't use your head, just refer to your information, because that's where you will get the right information. Don't mess up your information under DS260. So I'm gonna take you to the security questions which are gonna be asked. So they're gonna ask you security questions, and I wanna go into the security questions. Let's go into the security questions. So on the security questions, they're going to ask you, have you ever renounced USA citizens from your purpose of avoiding taxation? Have you ever attended a public elementary school after this without reimbursing the school? So they're asking you security question. Most of them will be no, 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 no. Do you seek to enter USA for the purpose of performing skilled and unskilled labor, but have not yet certified by the Secretary of Labor? That means, are you seeking to enter USA without real documents, and you start working without real better documents? This should be no, 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 no. Are you a healthy worker seeking to perform such skills in the United States which are not by the law? You know, they're trying to ask you, are you a permanent ineligible for USA citizen? Are you coming to America and you are ineligible for citizenship? Have you ever committed a crime? Have you done crazy stuff? Have you ever embezzled public funds in your country for your benefits? Have you ever kidnapped somebody? There are a lot of questions which they're asking here, like have you ever directly or indirectly assisted or supported a group of Colombia unknown to the Revolutionary Armed Force of Colombia? No. Have you ever, through abuse of government or political position, converted for personal gain, confiscated property in the foreign nation to which USA had claimed of ownership? Are you a spouse or minor of an individual who is trying to carry out something close to, going against the government of America? Most of those questions, you just say no, no, no. Have you ever been removed or deported from any country? So most of this question is no. Have you ever intentionally assisted another person in holding custody of a USA citizen child without United States from a person granted legal custody by a USA court. Have you ever voted in the United States in violation of law or regulation? Have you ever attended public element? So they're asking you this all question because they need to know if you are a bad person. Have you ever served in military? Have you? So remember, in this DS260, before filling out the security questions, they ask you work experience and training. Let me take you to training, to education, work, education, and training information. First of all, they ask you how many. There is a box which will ask you how many entries do you want to put. Always put 3, especially if you Ugandan, put 3. Those who are not Ugandan, I don't know to what number of education level are equal to high school diploma, which in Uganda we have 3 levels of education. We have primary, ordinary level, and advanced level. Ordinary level and advanced is secondary. So you have to put from which year to which year. It doesn't necessarily you have to know the month or the day which you started in senior 1 or primary 1. Just estimate. For example, from 2022 to 2021, that is HSC, that is HSC. Then from 2020 to 2020, 2019, 2018, then 2017, 4 years before, that is ordinary level. Then from 2017, if you subtract 7 years, it will be 2010. So just use your head, and you don't need necessarily to put the date and what. Just put January to December, January, December, January, December, and just let it pass. So I will take you into the documents now. If you have any other question, first of all, when you're submitting in, when you reach an area which they will ask you to submit, it looks like this: sign and submit. That's where it's tricky. It's tricky. They will ask you e-sign and submit. There is a place where they will ask you for case number. When they ask you, they will ask you for case number, and they will ask you for enter your passport number. Then they will ask you to put the authentication numbers, which they will show you. When you reach the case number, please don't include the 3 zeros or 4 zeros in between your case number, because if you will try to submit it will not go through. There, they need you to not include the 3 zeros in between your case numbers. Let me show you. For example, this is somebody's case number. Don't include these 3 zeros. This is somebody's case number. So don't include these 3 zeros when you're signing and when you're signing and submitting your DS260. Don't include these 3 zeros. They will ask you for that, and they will ask you for passport. Don't include those 3 zeros. And another thing they will ask you is, this is it. They will will be the last page where they will ask you for your case number. So these 3 zeros, don't include them. Just add your case number, enter your passport number, then this authentication digits, put them here. Then always go and enter into this link. This is female genital mutilation and cutting government fact sheet. You go here, you go read some things, then come out. If you don't press this link, it will not submit in. Then afterwards, you'll be able to submit and you get a copy of your confirmation page. There's another confirmation page you will get. For example, here, you go on, print your form. You can go to the DS260 and print it out, or send a confirmation page to yourself. This is print out confirmation page. This is DS260. This is email your confirmation to your email, and this is back to the review. This is reviewing your DS260, and this is back to the summary. Then you will get a confirmation page and your DS260 copy for yourself, guys. That is DS260. Now I want to take you to the documents. So what are the documents which are needed? Here is step 6, where you need to go through the document. These are the documents, as you can see here. You see here, there is birth certificate. Here there is court and prison records. Here there's military records. If you have ever been to a military, if you have ever committed a crime, this is court and prison record. If police certificate, this is a clearance. This is the clearance police certificate or letter of good conduct. This is copy of valid passport biodata page. So other stuff can be you take photos, your passport photos, American size passport photos. Make many copies, make more than 20 copies, because it will be needed in your medicals and at your interview. Another thing, you need records of your education, like certificate for your education. You need that record to show that you have attained advanced level of education for Uganda. That is high school diploma for USA. That's what they need. Even if you attend like degrees, you can just go with them. Then you need for the medicals, you need copy of your vaccination cards or your vaccination details. You need that, like when you give birth, you have a record of vaccines which you or your daughter gets when from the time she or he was born to the time when you grow up. Just carry that one. You need your yellow fever, hepatitis B. You need to be TB free. If you're not TB free, you have to go under treatment until you're TB free, then they'll give you the visa. You need to have your passport, valid passport. So if for those who have questions about should I certify my education certificate or birth certificate, if you have time, go certify them. It's easy. Go wherever you got them, you ask for a certified copy. For example, for high school, like A level for Uganda, you go to Chambogo, you go to where the UNEB, you go to UNEB, then UNEB will send your documents. You go to UNEB, you seek to certify your document, then they will give you something which you will go and again print out and send to the UNEB through a cafe, nearby cafe there, or through your whatever mean you will be using. Then you have to wait for a while because they have to send it to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Foreign Affairs they have to stamp. Maybe sometime you have to pick it from Foreign Affairs. Yeah, but again you have to pay there for stamps. So guys, hope I've went through all this kind of process for dvlottery. I believe I've tried my level best, but hope you learned something from this video. If you haven't, please comment so we can discuss that one. Thank you guys for watching, and I love you so much.